about the NBA and talk about recently. We talked about the new NBA deal, the TV deal that's going to net them $2.66 billion annually a year. So that's almost triple the amount they'd gotten before. And then I heard LeBron James came out and said, "Okay, NBA, you've made your money. Now it's time to pay the players. Take care. You're being taken care of. Now you take care of us." Okay, understandable. Their revenue goes up. So should the people who work underneath them. You know, if American economics actually worked like that, this might still, you know, the wage gap might be not increasing exponentially instead of, you know, it might be decreasing.
You got a little bit twisted up there, Brian.
Yeah, but yeah. But people knew what I meant. The wage gap is going bigger instead of smaller, and that's because all the people at the top like to steal all the money. But that's neither here nor there. That's not sports. Actually, that is sports.
Because this is the sports topic about the...
No, it's not.
Go around.
So, okay, we're talking about actually Dirk and LeBron came out and said, "Hey, we think that 82 games is too much. You should probably, you know, lessen it." And this came out about because the NBA tried out.
How much lessen it? Do we know?
Well, yeah, I'll get to that. But this came out because Dirk came out. I mean, they did blah 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 blah
blah blah.
But this came out because the NBA did this little experiment, you might say, and did only one game, where they made it 44 minutes. They lessened each quarter by 1 minute. And they're kind of thinking about doing this because, hey, maybe that 4 minutes will actually help the players wear better over the season, I guess. I don't really know. But so Dirk Nowitzki and LeBron came out and said, "Hey, don't shorten the games. It doesn't matter if I play 2 minutes or 50 minutes. If I'm out there, I'm out there. I'm already putting that strain on my body. How about you lessen the amount of games we play?" Of the suggestions from Dirk Nowitzki was, instead of being 82 games, make it somewhere in the mid-60s, so drop, 15, 20 games off the schedule. Which I can understand a little bit because about each team has to play 20 back-to-back games a year, which means they play one night and then they play the next night. Normally speaking, though, that's on their own home court, so they play, 2 nights in a row in their own home city. But
no, I can also see why the owners would probably prefer the less games, the less minutes situation to less games, because now you're already in the stadium for all those games, and they're probably not making a whole lot of money off of 4 minutes worth of concessions. But they're still getting you in the stadium to buy that ticket.
Well, and they already cut you off for the last quarter anyway, so their biggest seller, alcohol, is done by that point anyway. So.
Yeah, but they're not taking 4 minutes out the last quarter. But I get what you're saying. That whatever, but yeah.
But yeah, so it sounded kind of funny to me that these guys who make their living off of other people enjoying what they do. This is kind of the stress relief. This is something to get average people's minds off of what's going on. This is their entertainment. They want to go ahead and say, we're too hard working. We want to work less. It's like, really? You're playing a game for a living? And it's not even that physical of a game, to be honest with you. I mean, yes, it is physical. But think about the construction worker who works 5 days a week. If there's a big job, he's working 10-hour days. Is that not more physical and more demanding than the NBA players?
To be honest, I don't know, because they're pushing their bodies a whole lot. I mean, these are athletes, right? And they're pushing their bodies to athletic limits.
Yeah.
So
but they're also getting the best trainers, the best nutrition, the best care. Some of these guys sleep in hyperbolic chambers. I've never met a construction worker that sleeps in a hyperbolic chamber. Now, I don't know all that many. I'm just saying. I've never met one that does.
If you're a construction worker, just in general, you can comment, but also if you happen to sleep in a hyperbolic chamber, let us know, and let us know where you got your hyperbolic chamber. That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. I mean, those things are out there. I mean, NBA players, Gilbert Arenas was famous for he used to sleep in a hyperbolic chamber. That's just a really oxygen-rich environment, helps you heal faster. So,
but in any case, I'm okay with this idea. This idea of lessening the games, because and I'll tell you why. Because I've been saying too, and I think we've talked about it before, a lot of these sports do need less games. Like, one of the things that makes football so great is that it's only 18 games a season.
16 games a season.
Well, it depends on how far you go.
Yes,
I always assume my team's going to go into the playoffs at least 2 games.
There you go. Okay. Cool.
And there was talk.
Even though you're a Redskins fan, so You should really assume the opposite. We'll just pretend.
We're going to go.
Okay. We're making the playoffs. Yes.
But in any case, fine. 16 games, plus 4 preseason games, whatever. But 16 games, all that matter. They all matter a lot. So it's exciting. You want to watch every minute. You're interested in every game along the way, as opposed to like baseball. We talked about how it has way too many games. Like, you don't have to care about every game at all, and you can just like let it go for a couple weeks before you check up on what's going on there again and say like, oh, well, now these last 5 games have made a difference, or 10 games that make a difference.
I get it, but we're thinking about, everybody's team being competitive. What about the people who watch their teams just for the sake of watching a sport, who just enjoy watching sports?
I mean, there's lots of sports for that.
Me. I enjoy watching sports. I just want to watch them. I don't care if it's, like if each team has something to play for necessarily. I do get what you're saying, though. You make each game a little more important, which should ramp up the competitiveness of each game. But, I just like watching sports. Don't take that away from me, people. Why? Why'd you want to take that away?
There are other sports, Brian. All the
time.
You can even
other sports that I don't really care about watching. I don't really watch hockey.
Well, then you can watch Words from My Face episodes.
But I'm doing them. I need to do them, not watch them.
Our show's about 48 minutes long. That's like another basketball game.
Yeah, granted. But without all those sports happening, our shows would shrink. So you need to reverse your argument. Reverse it!
All right, it sounds like we need to really just ramp up the, Ultimate Taser Ball.
Ultimate Taser Ball, that's right. But I do want to say one quick thing, is Dirk Nowitzki did make one good point, and I really don't like Dirk Nowitzki very much. But he did say that they should probably take away some of the timeouts, because basketball, if you watch it towards the end of the game, like the last 30 seconds can take literally 20 minutes. And that is one thing that kind of ruins the speed of the game. But out of what they said, I think it's hooey. I want more games. I don't want less games. Actually, I don't need more games. 82 games is fine. I don't need less games. That's all. Maybe extend the season if you don't want to play all these back-to-back games. Make it an extra month. Baseball lasts for 8 months. Come on. But I don't know. Let us know what you guys think. Should they make less games? Should they make more games? And are the players going to be willing to take less money if they are going to play less games?
Well, don't think